My name is Choy, and my sport is breaking.
This year's Summer Games will mark the first time breaking is being introduced to the Olympics.
The biggest difference between breaking and a lot of the other sports is the artistic element of breaking and the freestyle.
And for those unfamiliar with breaking, it can be broken down into several key elements.
We have top rock, which is the dancing that people do up top to start their round, to kind of introduce like, hey, I'm here. Then you have footwork, and that's the dancing that you see when people's hands are on the floor and they're kind of making patterns and texts with their feet. Power moves and tricks, the big moves, the like show moves that are more technically difficult. And then we have freezes. It can be like upside down in a position, or you could be standing up, and it's usually kind of to accent something in the music or to stop, just to add a little contrast into the rounds.
Breaking was created back in the 1970s by young Black and Latinx partiers in the Bronx. And while you might know the sport as breakdancing, that's not what the athletes, known as B-girls and B-boys, actually call it.
Breaking actually comes from the way people used to dance. DJs used to play the break of a song and they would repeat it on 2 different vinyls. By extending the break, people were able to dance for a longer period of time. Breaking being included in the Olympics is so amazing because I think it opens up a lot of opportunity to a community that hasn't historically had a lot. My story doesn't look like everyone's in that, like, I didn't start something young and then go straight to the Olympics. I had this like really weird roundabout path to getting there.
But like a lot of athletes, Sunny's Olympic ambitions did start at a young age.
I started gymnastics because I wanted to be in the Olympics. I watched the '92 games and I told my mom I wanted to win gold as a gymnast.
Sunny did gymnastics for 15 years, but gave it up after getting injured in high school.
I kind of just thought like, oh, the Olympics, you know, done, childhood dream, fine, like never gonna happen. I actually started breaking in college.
Sunny says after a night out, she came across people breaking on campus, and they invited her to a class.
When you're not like totally sober, you think everything's a good idea, and I was kind of hooked. The normal training regimen for me, I have a strength coach to like physically prep my body outside of practice because I can't but also shouldn't practice 7 days a week because it's pretty damaging on the body. I do hot vinyasa, partially for mobility, but more for my mental because I have a lot of chatter all the time and yoga helps me to calm that down. Also have a therapist because mental health is extremely important for this. I go through cycles of depression pretty often, and when that happens, I just can't dance because it's like I'm not present. I don't really exist. I'm just this like shell. So there's nothing for me to put out there, you know, because the dance is me, right? It's an expression of me.
But Sunny's physical and mental work has gotten her to the Olympic stage. In 2023, she became the first American woman to qualify for breaking in Olympic history.
Even now, I actually struggle with recognizing the fact that I would love to win the Olympics. I think my whole life I've been really scared of failing, and so I've never really set the bar very high for myself. This was a chance to do that and show myself that I could. I think I'm able to finally allow myself to dream bigger because I'm ready for it.
My name is Maia Field. My sport is artistic swimming.
2024 marked the first time a U.S. artistic swimming team qualified for the Olympics since 2008. Back then, Megumi was just a toddler, and it was still called synchronized swimming.
I think artistic swimming combines a lot of different sports like gymnastics, dance, ballet, speed swimming, even diving.
There's a lot of moving parts to the sport, but there are 5 moves every fan should know.
Good guys, better and better.
There's the fouette. And then there's one called the butterfly. And then we have 2 thrust elements. The last element, we call it the tornado. All choreography is done in the water, just because you can't really tell if something's gonna work on land. And then once we do have that choreo, we like go through the routine with your hands on land just to synchronize better.
8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 3, 4, 5, 7. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1.
The competition is broken into 2 events, duet and team. And within each event, there are multiple routines.
In the free routine, it's a little longer. There are 7 hybrids. It's full creativity. In tech, everyone has to do the same thing. If you don't, you can get penalized for that. All countries do the same technical elements. The technical and the free routine, the theme and the music has been the same for about 3 years now.
The 2024 Games will be the first that require the team events to include acrobatic routines.
In an acrobatic routine, all that's being scored is the 7 lifts that are required.
Can we do it just one more time?
Megumi has been doing artistic swimming since she was 5. As a child, she traveled from Delaware to Pennsylvania every day to be part of a synchronized swimming club.
I mean, I always loved the water, but just the swimming back and forth just wasn't cutting it for me. Now you're always learning a different skill that you weren't able to do before. It was exciting for me, so I fell in love. But now, I love the team unity that it requires and the connection and the bond that you form with your teammates.
USA, we move as one!
Teammates that range in age from 17 to 45. So at 18, she's one of the youngest.
As much as it is physical, it's also very much mental. We're not breathing, everything might feel hard, but at a competition, all that needs to happen is that someone slightly bends on the corner or slightly goes, out of the angle. And so it's a lot of pressure.
Megumi says the team aspect of her sport can help alleviate that pressure. And right now, she's just excited.
I remember when I watched the Olympics and when I decided I wanted to go to the Olympics that I really wanted to get the US back to the Olympics. And so actually being here and being in this moment where that's become a reality is just, I'm still processing. I don't believe it.
Olympics is the biggest state, but it's also special, as a refugee, you represent the refugee around the world. The way you represent those people and you inspire them, it's yes, great. I put everything to the training nowadays.
Jamal Abdel-Majid Isa Muhammad lives in Tel Aviv and he's training for the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Man, running is my daily basic routine, so that is make me feel happy. And if I'm really depressed, I will go out for running or go to the gym, work out. Running is cleaning mind, My goal is to qualify for the final.
Jamal is Sudanese and will compete with the IOC Refugee Olympic team. He debuted on the team at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021 where he ran a personal best. In 2003, civil war broke out in Sudan and his village in Darfur was attacked by a government-backed militia. Jamal said nearly 100 people were killed, including his father, and that he hid under the bodies of 3 people to survive.
Immediately, just from 100% to 0%, life is gone. When the war started, I lose all my friends. Some of them dead, some of them survived and went to the other countries or other cities. I was quite lucky to survive.
Jamal fled Sudan in 2010 and eventually settled in Israel, where other Sudanese had sought asylum.
I came to Tel Aviv, 16-year-olds, different language, different people, everything is different, different culture, you don't know anything. I was playing with friends, football all the time, and then a friend of mine told me, you have the opportunity, you can run well. I believe that you will be a better runner. In Israel, people love sport. Every day you see ton of people going out for a run. I said to myself, give a shot, listen to your friend, and that's what I did.
In 2014, Jamal joined the Alley Runners Club, a sports club in Tel Aviv that supports underprivileged athletes. His coach immediately encouraged him to train for the Olympics. It was through the running club that Jamal met his host family, who he has lived with for the last 8 years.
They're making sure to have everything as an athlete needs, when you like need your clothes to be clean, food, you have everything is ready to eat and then go rest and go for another training. I mean, like, they changed my life. Sometimes when I feel sad, I go to them. Any bad thing happened to me or anything I need explanation, I go to them. And I never feel like they're different or anything. It's like I just feel home and safe. Somebody don't trust my cooking. So bad, too bad.
After the Israel-Hamas war began in October 2023, Jamal temporarily left Tel Aviv to continue training in Ethiopia.
For me, my mind wasn't here. Like, it just reminded me, go back 20 years, and I was like, man, this is not happening here. I'm against the war everywhere. There's war in Israel, between Israel and Gaza, or there is a war between Ukraine and Russia. But nobody cares about Sudan.
In April 2023, another civil war started in Sudan. The ongoing conflict has killed thousands and displaced millions of people. Jamal still has family in Sudan and is concerned for their safety.
You will always be the same person where you come from. I feel like 50-50, like Israeli 50%, Sudanese 50%. I'm so proud that I'm a refugee and I'm going to represent refugees around the world. I'm so glad to go to represent them and make them proud and give them opportunity that they can believe